The world to see this person right here. This is my son. People, I ain't never heard nobody talk about this, so let me be the first one because I know I can't be alone. This boy is 12 years old. I've been in his life, all his life, except for the times that when his mama kept him away. You know, this boy had the nerve to say he don't like me and don't want to come to my house, and that he missed the times with his family, speaking of his mama family, and not his daddy's side of the family, like we don't exist, right? So he said this is taking up time. He said the 2 days that he spent over here feel like a whole week.
I'm gonna say this right off the bat. First thing you did wrong was record it. Typically, with sons and dads, if dad is not in the house since he's a baby and growing up, the connection is there, but it's not always. How can I say this? Like when you got mom and dad in the house, there's a balance. You got dad; he's more structure, law and order, and mom is more nurturing, whatever. So it's a balance. Like mom keep dad in check so he won't go too hard, and dad keep mom in check in a sense so she won't be too soft. So there's a balance there in a perfect situation, right? But typically when you got a baby cub, a son staying with just mom, and you got the nurturing side minus the structure and discipline. And it's not to say that moms don't have discipline, but it's a different type of discipline that comes from a father, right? So you notice when if you a dad and you grow up with your kid in the house, the bond that y'all have versus the kid that didn't grow up in the house with you is a difference. And typically men experience that more than women because women normally have the kids. If you're not with the mom, if you're not married in a stable situation and you're not in the kid's life, it's going to be some type of distance. You're going to always be the disciplinarian in a sense, no matter how hard you try in some cases. Not all the time, but a lot of the
And
time.
then he's not even looking forward to the 30 days he have to spend over here for summer. He said he don't want to come over here at all. Like I'm a bad person. Like
It's not that you're a bad person. He has a life of his own. He has friends. It's the summertime. He in school. The fall, winter, spring. Boom. Now he got to leave his friends and he can't ride his bike, play the game with, have in-person interactions with his friends. It's not necessarily about you. That's what happens when you have kids and you're not in a stable relationship. He has a life over there. He has things that he want to do. Look how big he is. He is a probably a teenager, maybe. Like he have his own life, so it's not necessarily directed at you. I get it, especially when you want to be a part of your kid's life. You want to be there. You want to have that bond. It's a way to do it, being absent out the house, because the majority of us do it like that. But you have to understand that he has a life, and you can't take it personal. Something happened along the way that caused this disconnect that he feels like that when it comes to you. And I know how I feel to have your feelings hurt when you're dealing with your kids, when you all you want to do is be a father. A lot of us want to be fathers because we didn't have them. So, we think our life would have been so much better if we had a dad there. So we are so determined to be dads, but we not we're just fathers in a sense because a lot of times we're not even in the house. And we try to superimpose what we didn't have on them and they don't even want it, even though that's the way it should be, especially not from you live here and I live there. And that's what gets you in these situations like this. When we start having kids, we gotta have families. We can't do this could be because this could be the result. I've personally been on every side of this situation. I've been that kid, I've been the dad, and I've been the step parent, whereas though I seen it from how the other father was taking the situation. And so I understand.
traumatized him or did anything wrong to this little boy. We have done so much stuff, so much fun things. Spend time together, play basketball together, go amusement parks, go swimming, take riding in toys like this. And he had the nerve to choose his mama. Look at the camera, Gabe. Choose his mama over me like I'm around here treating him wrong. What kid don't want to be around their daddy?
The dad that wasn't in the house with him the whole time, a dad that didn't marry his mom, a dad that think because you got all these shiny things and we think that's what it's all about being a dad is more than that. Being a dad is being there. And unfortunately, a lot of us start families and we have this little mismatch attachment going on with our kids. And I know how you feel, brother. I know how you feel, but like all you can do is try to have the best relationship you can have. And it's kind of going to be on his timing because you don't live there if you want to have a relationship. Because all that's going to happen, he's going to get older and y'all going to grow apart. This right here and this video that you did that's posted, I'm talking about now, is not going to help your fathering situation with your son. We just gotta do better as men and stop just busting up in anything, without establishing things first. Even let me tell you something, a bird brain is probably the size of the tip of my finger. Some of these small birds, and guess what they smart enough to do first before they lay an egg? Build the nest. So man, we gotta be smarter than birds with the brains the size of the tip of our fingers. It's just that simple. I get it, yo. You love your kid, but you might think that because I have a dirt bike, I got the motorcycle, I got this, I got swimming pool. That's you think that's going you going to draw them over with that, and it's not. It's not that, man. I've been there. I could take care of you better. I've been there. And it don't even matter because that's what you taught to think. That's all you got to do, and that's all it is. And it's so much more than that. I made that same mistake, and all that's going to do is put a wedge between you and your kid. See, and the thing, if I'm pretty sure mom is not feeding into it because obviously if mom had a problem, little boy wouldn't be there with his dad, right? So and obviously dad is married and he has a family. He probably has siblings or whatever. So like he go over there as the other mom and it's like it's different for him. He's outside of his element. And now I think dad is missing that in this situation. And he and this filming this and putting it on the internet is even worse. So like this don't become it's like this could go a lot of different ways. This don't be the dad, mom could you have situations where mom will try to put a wedge between the son and the father, and then the son get too big and start running over top of her, and then now they want to call you to come be the disciplinarian, and you say no to that because you don't want your relationship with your kid is one of just disciplinary. It's got to be love there. You understand what I'm saying? And it can't that's the mismatch balance that's happening here, not in this situation but in general with our kids. Like, oh, you just can't think, because I buy you something, that's all I have to do. Or I want to be there for the prom. I want to clap at the graduation, but I'm not there helping with the homework. It's just so many things. And when we have these scattered families, man, we gotta like it's not the same as having an intact family. And fathers, we gotta move a certain type of way and deal with that on a separate level, and can't expect it to be the same way like the kid that sleep in the bed with you come in the room at night because there's a ghost in my room and get in the bed with you. He don't have that. That's not the relationship y'all have. So you need to take it easy on shorty. In this video, you doing this, you're wrong for that. I get your feelings hurt, but you are wrong.
Please tell me. And as a dad, it is hurt because I know his mama got something to do with it too. But still, he's old enough to make his own decisions. And he chooses mama over his daddy, his flesh and blood.
I'm pretty sure mom may make a video humiliating him, you know. Like one thing being a dad, is like you got a son, you can't demasculate your son. Women do that. They want to hit all on them. No, you don't demasculate your son. This is what he's doing. And you can't draw a line in the sand between you and his mom. He's with mom majority of the time. Obviously, that's where his life is. You're not going to win that battle. That's not the way you fight fire with water. If you really want a relationship with your son, this is not the route. And you deal with him on his time. And you say, hey, you try to bring more of his life to your life. Hey, you want your friends to come over. There's a middle ground. It's a middle ground. And obviously, this is not the first time, you know. So it's some deep rooted stuff that somewhere along the line, regardless of what you say, the mom did, you fucked up. And that's my thoughts on that.